Lucy Demont, formerly detective and just deputy at the time.
Is it a pentagram?
Mm.
Is there? Are you just out of curiosity? Do you worship the devil?
Not actively.
Not
So the funny thing about most devil worshippers, they don't actually worship the devil. Like people call themselves Satanists, right? It's more of an idea of opposing Christianity and opposing. It's like spicy atheism, basically.
Yeah, basically.
Actually, you're such a nerd. You know that? You are a nerd. No, don't apologize. It's a good thing. Okay, just check. Are you a Ravenclaw? Ashley, you a Ravenclaw?
Sorry?
You a Ravenclaw?
Probably.
Probably. Okay, that's accurate. All right. Okay. Well, how can we help you guys today?
I am curious about the future of detective work, and given the options of where departments are shaking out, I think the two of you have either more of an interest or more of a background in that than anyone on the other side of things. So that's kind of what I am curious of. I very much enjoyed what I was doing with SCU. I know.
Okay. Ashley, same thing for you.
That and also it just I would not fit anywhere near SDSO, and the fact that PVSO is apparently going to be an auxiliary department also ran by Toretti doesn't really sit right with me. So, LSPD, from what I've seen of its structure so far, seems like the far more appealing option.
Okay, well, I guess thank yous in order for that. But either way, okay. Detective stuff.
Yes.
I spoke to Reed about this already. If we can get our way, all right, if it's up to us, I guess, we are going to have an internal detective department that is going to work kind of how it used to in some versions of detective departments, where there will be a homicide unit, there will be a white collar crime unit, and then a narcotics unit, and they will be similar to how SCU was. It won't be dependent on your rank. Like, you can be an officer and then you can be a detective in one of those. The idea being that you specialize and you can work your way up within those individual detective departments, so that the idea being that if you are an SCU and you're not interested in homicides, for example, then you don't have to work homicides if your SCU lead tells you to, because no one's going to do that because you won't be in that homicide unit. You'll be working the stuff that you want to work. And I'll add on to that, these are the only three that we've thought of right now. If there was another unit that might work, like a gang unit, for example, but from a detective standpoint, then we're very open to, making more of these individual detective units, or even just units in general. Basically, whatever you guys want to work on, we can find something for you and we can support you in that.
So what about
when it comes
God.
Sorry, when it comes to investigations, I'm willing to support and help with pretty much anything. My primary interest was homicide, but I do like being able to help other people with other kinds of investigations.
Yeah, mine kind of branches off of that flexibility between the two, because I would very much enjoy hopping between helping Ashley with a homicide thing or serial killer thing, and then popping into Percy's car and doing drug stuff with him. Like that, I kind of hadn't pigeonholed myself into either side of things in SCU, and I was enjoying riding that line.
Well, I don't think there's we're definitely not planning on being like, if you join that you can't do the other stuff. I guess it would be a case of you might have a rank as a homicide detective, Ashley, because we know how much you like dead bodies. But you're not. There's nothing stopping you from helping Percy, who has a rank as a narcotics detective, and just helping him as a detective. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it does definitely sound interesting because I know quite a few people. Kind of their holdback from joining SU was they felt like they would be forced to work homicide,
Mm-hmm.
and they did not want to do that. So I do think the idea that you don't have to do anything outside your specialty is an attractive one.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's the thing. Is
I
like we
guess
don't.
all I expect outside of I would expect the leads of that investigation type to be focused on it like majority of the time. The only thing I expect for the other people that fall within investigations, you pick a certain category that you're interested in, and I just expected that you be working on a case involving that type of investigation. You can work on anything else, but I want people to have like a constant flow of things going. And I understand like homicide's probably the hardest to be like, there's
Yeah, it's not consistent.
maybe sometimes there's not a murder. So I'm happy to be lenient there, but I expect like, if another homicide detective has a case, I would hope that the other people interested in homicide would be like, okay, can I help, essentially? And I'm going to have boards to track investigations just because I want people constantly working on something, because otherwise the opportunity should go to someone else, in fairness.
Yeah, I've been told that you yourself were interested in things like financial investigations, and that was interesting to me as well because I feel like the financial penalties in this city do not match nearly what they should be unless you can do things like the civil suits, because the financial penalties in the city, I was trying to open up my MDW nerd list, I have off duty, are ridiculous. Like fraud is like 10 months for something that can take like an actual 30 days a week to prove. It's crazy how low they are. And it's interesting. I was looking at the docket and the cases that you've been putting up recently. The approach that you're taking is definitely an interesting one, and I'm hoping that it could lead to some more actually serious penalties when people get caught acting poorly financially.
I mean, if we can get
Yeah, I
anything
hope it
changed, we
changes the
will.
case law, to be honest.
Yeah.
If
I would
things change
add.
from it, it's
Go on.
going to be big.
Here's to hoping.
That's it.
I want to add on something that I don't know. I think Reed will be on the same page here. Is that SCU is oftentimes gets shit on a little bit, but I really want to try and flip that around. And Reed said earlier she wants the detectives within LSPD, again, that's if we have our own internal department and it's not just a UPD thing, to be, you guys are scary, okay? I know you guys are fucking scary because you put in so much work, and we really gonna want to get it to that point where you guys are the cool cops, okay? And I know you guys are the cool cops because you guys do all the whole fucking work. And so if we can give you shit, we'll give you the support that you guys need. Like I was talking about, like, if there is a homicide or anything, then, normal cops should not be working that stuff if you guys are on duty, and they can lock down the scene and you guys can come along and be hecking cool and investigate the scene and stuff and order people about. So if we can get to that point, then that's the goal.
One thing that sounds exciting about what you guys have said so far is specifically one thing I really have enjoyed is group work amongst detectives. Like we started doing a lot of this with Percy just because the three of us get along really well. And then Octo as well, hung out with the three of us for a day. And just when you have everyone firing on all cylinders and like working on subpoenas and warrants and shit and everything together, that's special. That's fun. Good shit.
I agree. Yeah, 100%. When you're working as a team and you're fucking some criminals up, I like that. Okay. Well, I hope we answered your question. Have you got any other questions?
Ashton?
Not as such, really. I guess just was kind of curious what you guys were doing on the investigative state, and I did kind of want to state an official declaration of interest in the department after what I've heard.
Okay.
Where she goes, I go, and I agree. It sounds like you guys have.
All
some good plans. And I'm
I
very
know you
excited
guys
for
is
both of you.
interested. Okay. All right. I guess if you are interested, I guess if there was only one space left in the LSPD, and one of you can go first for this. Why would I pick you over them? Whoever they are, why would I pick you?
I would tell you to pick Ashley.
No, damn it, Lucy.
No, the reason isn't just me being cute. I learned most of what I am doing as a detective from her. She is the more experienced officer, and we think in different ways, and in a lot of ways, she's smarter than me.
I'm going to ask that in a different way. The person sitting next to you has a position in a department. Why should you be chosen as the last person for LSPD?
Tell you what, I've sucked dick in these knee pads.
Want to go, Ashley?
They work
since I was
great.
just talking.
I was gonna let you go first and revise your answer, but sure, I could go. The reason that I'd say that you should choose me is because I tend to be a supporter, and a lot of people, unfortunately, don't like doing that. They want to be the main person that everything is about them. Their name is the one out there. I like to help other people. In the field, I like to help other people with investigative
Hunter,
work,
thank you for the 10
field
gifties, buddy.
work, instead of being
And Hunter, thank you for the 17 months as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you, man.
that we had today, instead of being the one out
Hanging
there
out, thank you for the
chasing
7
car,
months.
I like to stay behind and make sure everybody is
Thank you so much.
safe, evidence is collected, that kind of thing. And there are always going to be officers, always going to be people that you can hire that will be willing to be the ones that are the first out chasing the big shiny thing. It's a little bit harder in what I've seen of the PD in general to find the people that are willing to stay behind and help others.
True. Okay.
So similarly, I play support as well. I've always preferred just going to 77 requests, and I like how that kind of works with detective work. If I'm staking something out and there's no movement and there's a 77 request, I'll break off and go help out. But I also do crack out hours, and I think I'm pretty easy to get along with. So that would be my answer.
Okay. And it's probably a stupid question, but if you could recommend one person to the LSPD, who would you recommend? Now I'm waiting for Ashley to say someone who isn't Lucy, because it'd be really spicy.
I mean, Lucy is the obvious option. Do you want me to pick somebody besides?
Yeah,
Lucy?
you guys pick someone else, but don't pick the same
He
person.
wants it, honestly.
Okay.
Like,
Lucy.
He's a solid cop. He's at Percy. He's a solid cop. He's a solid officer.
I was going to say Percy as well, but in the interest of variety, I would say if Lily is at all interested in returning to the LSPD, I think Lily is amazing as well.
Ponder.
Yeah. That's biased. Family.
And you're allowed to be biased, don't worry. Okay. Okay. We both shown interest. Great, fantastic. Reed, you got any questions?
No. Sorry, guys. I'm usually a lot more talkative. I'm being an active listener today.
You're all right.
Actually, listener.
I imagine you're exhausted.
Yeah, that's it. So I am just, sitting back in my chair, just listening to what people have to say.
Okay. I guess there's a question, and this I'm just to clarify. I'm not offering a position. I'm not saying it's not going to come, but as for these detective, we'll call them units. I know you guys both said that you like to help other places out, but that being said, are either of you interested in any leadership within detective stuff?
Yes. I mean, I was detective sergeant for the shift 3. Like, I was just starting to get into that when it was kind of ripped away. So it is something that would be
We
interested
discussed a lot of
doing again.
plans. We discussed a lot of plans and ways to improve SCU, specifically in shift 3 because it was under her purview. One thing specifically is dispelling a lot of like the bad faith or bad feelings about SCU in the past
Mhm.
and trying to be different.
Yeah.
So we tried to be open with anybody who asked questions or, bring people along. Like Octo showed up in our shift once and we were like, fuck yeah, come on, let's hang out. Yeah, we were just getting into discussing recruitment. But as far as leadership, I'd leave that to her. I support her in that because we're partners, but we're also partners.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. If you have anything else, ask away. But for now, we'll try and get back to you within the week. But as you can expect, we want to take things slow, because we are new to this. But really appreciate you guys expressing your interest. And, yeah, we'll get back to you if you need anything in the meantime. Well, there's no real command structure out there. You're always free to come to me, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. Yes, and the next one
If you
soon.
need anything, I'm not going back on duty, so I can grab you food, drink, anything you need.
I'm okay for now. Thank you, though.
No problem.
Have a good night, guys.
Take care, guys.
Bye-bye. Also, they were the gifties. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you for the support. Ooh. Oh, I need a drink in a minute. I might need another cup of tea, I'll be honest. Ugh. Hello. How are you?
Alright, getting a little sleepy, but otherwise I'm good.
Okay, can you spell your name for me for my notes?
Yeah, Skye is my first name, Faye is my second name.
Perfect. Just give me 2 seconds. Do-do-do-boo-boo. Okay. All right, Sky. Well, welcome. First of all, I guess I'll just get into it. Why are you here? What are you here for?
Well, honestly, just to express interest in LSPD. I really haven't talked to anyone, especially not Libby, because I feel like I see poor Libby in meetings all day, every day. But just to show, I guess, I am interested because I know, I think the impression of me is that I'm very loyal to like Daisy and Espinez and stuff, and I haven't even talked to them a single bit about what I want to do. And so I just want to put myself out there, I suppose. Especially with my long-standing history of being BCSO, PBSO, CPD, and then PBSO again.
Yeah. Okay. Just to clarify, are you just showing interest in general, or are you showing interest in any other departments? Not that it matters. Or are you gonna wait and see?
The only other department I would even consider is troopers.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would love to be under Libby.
Okay.
You.
No, it's okay, Sky. You don't have to say
No,
me.
I
That's
do have to
fine.
say you, Dark, because I like you a lot.
Well, thank you very much.
I always have.
Okay. All right. Well, so you're interested in LSPD. Okay. Is there any particular reason? Oh, you said about Libby. Never mind. You already said that. I'm sorry. Okay. So, ignoring rank, because there's been a rank squish as much as there has been a restructure. What do you want to do as a police officer?
I mean, I've always focused very heavily on patrol. That's been my main thing. I was also a member of SRU, so those are the type of things that I like to focus on. I was starting to dabble into SRU investigations. Myself and Patrol had taken over the Vendetta investigation. And then now the whole kind of restructure has happened, but I would still very much like to continue into that.
Okay. What part do you enjoy about the investigation stuff?
It's like a giant puzzle, putting together all the pieces. Figuring, especially when it came to SRU
I've sucked dick in these knee pads. They work great.
Names with aliases and with cars and crews and figuring out everything. Kind of keeps my mind occupied.
There's 1,000 people watching? Are you kidding me? Okay. Good. I guess what are you looking for in the LSPD? Like, what do you want from this department versus the other ones?
I mean, to be honest, I know that things are going to be very different, and so I've had to come at things with like a different mindset. As I don't previously, I had pretty much reached my goals. I wanted SAU, I got that, and then I wanted to get the sergeant, and I had that. So now it just kind of feels like it's been a hard reset, and I'm still kind of figuring that out, what exactly I want to do. Um, I very much do enjoy like um I don't know. I guess leading people. It's not it yeah, just leading people and taking like I like when shit is done correctly,
Yeah.
and I feel like if you want shit done correctly, you have to do it yourself a lot of the time. So I guess that says something about my personality. I just want to enjoy my time on duty again because that's ultimately, I guess, what anybody wants, right?
Yeah, I mean, 100%. Okay. Well, I mean, that's what we're looking for. We're just looking for competent officers. Are you competent?
I would hope so.
Okay, good answer. We were just looking for competent officers who we can support in any way we can, to do whatever kind of work you can. So if you just want to come on duty and you want to chase people all day, then we'll support you doing that. I think I think SUSO is like the most obvious comparison here. We're not going to have the same vibe as the SSO in the sense that they've got a lot of officers that are like-minded, I guess. And we all going to be like-minded, but yeah. But I think we're all going to be similar in that sense. But we just want people who are competent and people who are help working with each other. We're not looking for any, I guess lone wolves. I haven't really talked about this, but yeah, I think no lone wolves is a good idea. So I mean, you leading people is a perfect example of working with other people anyway. So that's a good one. Okay.
I don't think I've ever had any issues working with anyone in my time.
I don't think so either. Okay. Have you got any questions for us? I think I answered that question already. I don't know.
You kind of just touched on it as far as because they were mentioning how each of the departments are kind of going to have their own vibe and such. And
That's the next talk.
I have never thought that I fit like the SDSO vibe, I guess. And then as far as previously how the kind of BCSO PBSO vibe was, for me it felt like it was very much like I guess I would say family oriented, but I guess that would kind of quite literally some of them are my family.
Yeah.
But it was just that kind of vibe. It was just everybody got along. Well, for the most part, everybody got along. Everybody kind of just vibed well together. And I feel like we did really well together, especially in shift 3, since that's my main focus. And I feel like a lot of those people are now going to fall under LSPD. As far as almost everyone that I've seen come into this room was previously PBSO.
Yeah, there's a lot of PBSO. But listen, as long as I think the main thing that I've spread to read is that I don't want PBSO to feel like they've got no one who's supporting them and they haven't got a place anywhere. So I mean, if we can accommodate PBSO, then we will, as long as they fit the bill, which is it's not very difficult to fit the bill. I'll be honest. But we do. I think the main thing that me and Reed really want is zero tolerance on corruption stuff, which I'm sure is nothing for you to worry about. No. But that's a big thing for us, especially.
No, I've never. I have no worries with that. No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, straight up no on that, and as far as
yes,
I've
no.
never gotten a strike point.
You have me neither. That's not nice. High five. Okay.
I try to keep things very clean and tidy, and I do my job.
Good. You do your job good. Okay, nice. Okay. Well, thank you for showing interest. I guess the last thing is, who would you recommend for LSPD? If you could pick one person.
McQuillan.
McQuillan. Okay.
But I feel like that's already in Libby's mind. McQuillan's usually my partner during the shift. He's very good at what he does, even though he says he isn't. I think he is very good at what he does.
Hello.
He's very good at what he does.
Yes.
I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. We're just finishing up.
Also-
So.
Okay, I know you've got a lot of people waiting, so I'm not going to take up much of your time. Dupont is outside if you want to speak to her.
Okay.
I'm gonna give DuPont prio because I want to have a chat with her. I know
Okay.
full of people out there, but I want to give DuPont
I will
prio.
summon. One moment, ma'am.
All right.
Brendan Pryor,
And so-
after we're done with Sky.
Dupont! Get your ass in there!
Oh
my god. Yes, sir.
Oh
gosh.
Oh.
Well-
Wait, can you give us 2 seconds?
Yeah, it was so
Can you give us
screaming at
2
me.
seconds, and I'll call you
Yes,
back.
ma'am.
Oh,
You're
I'm sorry.
first in
No,
queue.
you're fine.
mistake.
And I'll
Sky,
come out and
that was
apologize to
literally
everyone
that was the last thing I was going to ask you anyway, Sky. But listen, that was it. Who would you recommend?
whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would definitely.
Wait, why can't I?
Hey, listen, we really appreciate you showing interest. We're going to give it a week, so we'll be in contact within the week.
Hi, guys.
If you're
I know
hired,
that some of you.
if it's going to take longer, I'll send you an email or I'll give you a phone call or something like that. But yeah, in the meantime, there's not a lot of commands, so if you need anything, you are absolutely free to come and talk to me, okay?
Hey, I appreciate it.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Sky. I'll see you later.
Yeah, have a good one.
Can you get out?
Signed off duty because, yeah.
Oh, there we go.
You're still gonna put a good word. Oh,
Helpers.
oh, sorry. I
Stop.
I'm signed off
Sidebar,
duty.
1 second.
Somebody let me
Sorry,
out,
I need
please.
1 second to sidebar with Doc.
Oh, do I need to get out?
No.
No.
Oh,
Sky
okay,
is
okay.
trapped.
I can get
Sky
out
is
if you
trapped.
guys
Chaos.
Helpers.
Overwhelming loud noises.
I need to move my leg.
Fuck you, Nigma. You gave me a
Hello,
ticket.
Doge.
Hey, language.
Come this way, Doc.
I'm just doing my job.
Be right back, guys. Hey.
We don't want to be where people can't hear me. If you are in agreement right this second, if she is open to being a part of LSPD, I want to give her senior here and now.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. Let's do it.
Okay. Perfect. All right.
I think I know.
Clooney.
What? Why would I call you that?
That's what I've been told by a few different people, you know.
You look
So
like
sorry,
Snow with a
y'all are
mustache.
standing very close to you.
I look like
So sorry
Sully
about that.
from that movie about the plane.
What movie about the plane,
You know
Snow?
the Tom Hanks movie where he plays a pilot and they have to land
Oh,
on the Hudson
Sully,
River?
yeah.
Yeah, I look like
I don't
Sully.
know what that is.
Great movie.
Very good movie.
What's the name of the movie, guys?
Sully.
Sully.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hi.
Hello, Emma. How are you?
Did you guys see my text? Congrats, both of you.
Thank you. Yes,
just
I probably
saw it.
did, but there's a lot.
Just as I text Snow, and you were here before I got the chance to respond, so I thought I would just thank you in person.
Oh, yay. I wanted to come in and say congrats, but I was like, yeah, no, maybe not.
You're fine. Well, thank you anyway. How you doing with all this UPD stuff?
I'm all right. I miss my tie a lot. I miss my vest. I feel not as safe with the reflecting one. And I had a war with that vest for the longest. I don't know if you guys remember, but I bullied Dante into not wearing it anymore. And it lasted months and I win. And now I'm getting the karma by wearing it, I guess.
I guess it's so ugly. Not on you, point. You wear it beautifully, but it is so
Thank
ugly. Okay.
I'm saying, well, I feel all right. I think this is for the better. We've been around for a long time, Richard, and it's not the first time. I don't think it's going to be the last time. And
Yeah.
we're just surfing the wave, right?
Exactly. We're gonna make the most of it.
Exactly.
Okay. Talking of that, what's your hopes with all this? this restructure stuff. Are you hoping to go back to the troopers? What's your plans?
I would not lie to you about that. I think if it was something in the, in a future, I would not say no, because I want to be able to say third time trooper, and my heart is with the state police.
Of
My heart
course.
is also with the LSPD. It's always been. You guys know that, right?
No, yeah, there was no doubt.
But I did not have the time to sit down to think about it, to be honest with you. I've just been really overwhelmed with the whole thing, trying to find myself and sit down and think about what's my next move. And I don't know. I'm being transparent with you guys. I just don't know.
We get it. It's understandable. It hasn't been that long since it all happened anyway. I guess I'll start off by saying that we definitely think that you were a trooper for a reason, and that's because you're the best of the best.
Oh my God, thank you.
And I said this to Snow too. I think it's anybody who shouldn't be in that pool. It's the troopers.
I appreciate it.
So, I guess, Libby, you okay with me doing this?
I want to jump in just a little bit.
Go on.
And, the state police are a perfect depiction of what officers should be like. They're people who have risen up to a position for a reason, and I respect every single one of you, no matter what you guys no matter what decisions you guys make, no matter where you are. I'm gonna respect the fuck out of you guys. I'm giving bass level speeches today, just an FYI.
It must be late. You must be tired right now.
It's been a busy 48 hours, so I just, the amount of work you put into the program, the amount of work you put into the LSPD, it wouldn't have been what it was without you.
If you tie a wire around a chicken, sooner or later the chicken's gonna buck.
He actually did a really
I saw a
good
lady down in
earlier.
Paleto. She was walking her 2 chicken down on Paleto Boulevard.
Really? Yeah.
It was really cute.
Okay, I'll say this next part for Reed then, and we both agreed on this. Listen, my point is that you as a trooper should not be left in that pool to be picked from. So if you want it, there is a job and a home for you in LSPD. You don't have to accept that right away. But if you did want it, it is there. And you'll join at the same rank as Snow, which is a senior officer.
Oh, damn.
Because you are the best of the best, and you deserve to be treated like it. And that is kind of the best of the minute. It's the best we can offer.
I really appreciate
I say the same thing I said to Snow. I don't want you wearing those dirty old blues while you wait. And I know that a lot of the state troopers' hearts are always going to be with troopers. But who do I want to help me develop my department into the best? I want the best.
What would you, what's your expectation for the future for the LSPD? First, that's the thing I want to know. I've always worked really well with you, Libby. I think you're amazing, and there's a reason why you ended up in the troopers as well. And it's the same as you claimed not too long ago. I feel the same way about you. I want to know what's your expectations from me, because I'm going to say this. I put a lot of work the past few years in the FTO program, being an FTI or being high command and stuff. And I don't know if I still want to go that route, to be honest, because you know how much work it was, and also, how do you feel about if I end up being offered something in the state? Would you be upset of me taking that offer as well, or
no? I'm offering this, understanding that people who are gonna, who were state or have the potential for state might get that offer, but in the meantime, it's still an honor to have those people a part of my department. I fully expect a lot of people that if they get offered state to take the offer. And I'm still offering these positions with that in mind.
That's
In
fair.
terms of the FTI stuff and the FTO stuff, I want you to do what you want to do. And just like anyone else, like